You have now entered the lab, episode 120 of Escobar with Fort Sama. We are recording a little later. We got off to a late start, technical difficulties. Recording on Monday, April 8th. Let me change that in the little banner here. Saved. Perfect. The NCAA men's tournament final is going on the day after WrestleMania. From at least me, my side, the people who watch wrestling. Raw's on. We're gonna recap the women's side of it. We will do a little preview for UFC 300. That's this Saturday, and we already have at least one guest, possibly two guests booked for next Monday to review that upcoming pay-per-view. But this episode, of course, Broward Vintage on eBay does the Whatnot shows once a week. So follow him on IG. Stay in connect with the eBay because he uploads random photos, at least 10 to 15 every single day. Men's, women's clothing, throwbacks, current. Nowadays, if you want to get some good brands, you don't want to pay full retail. Broward Vintage has over 1,000 items listed currently, and so you'll probably find something either for you or something you'll like for somebody else. Before I go into my weekend and kind of how my weekend full of WrestleMania was, Fort Sama, what's going on in your life? How's everything?
You've been having some weekends lately, huh?
I have been. Are you? Is that a judgment question? Because I feel like it is, right?
I can kind of tell because your voice is a little
Yeah,
different than it normally is.
Yeah, that cough that I had last week never went away. It got worse during the week, so I've been coughing all week. So it's done. I'm doing fine.
Everything okay?
Yeah,
all right at home.
I'm not positive.
Marriage is good.
Marriage. Good? Everything's good. I've been on good behavior lately, so
you've been on a bender lately, man. What's
it's not even a bender. During the week, I don't do much. So like for the weekend, a lot of things go on. So hopefully I'll find that balance. But hey, it's not making it about me right now. It's making it about you.
I hope you do.
Yeah. No, I had a cough and it's messed up.
We got Rita in the building. We got Rita in the building. Yeah, so
couple weeks, she'll be here. So what's up, dude?
Shit.
I haven't talked to you all week. I just texted you
we
today.
Haven't talked all month. We haven't texted all month.
All of a sudden I went to text you earlier today, and I'm like, it said the last text because the date pulls up right away. It said March 31st. I'm like, March 30th, we haven't even texted in the month of April. Like 8 days. That's a long time. We usually text every day. I'm like, damn. Dude gets one extra job and one extra girl, and all of a sudden,
all right, one extra girl. Relax, dog.
Well, not one extra. What's more than zero?
Please
one.
Rephrase that.
Okay, yeah, what's more than zero? One. Right. So that's what I'm saying.
I bet. Get me in trouble, dog.
Yeah, no, never.
Get me in trouble. It's crazy. Fresh relationship. You gonna mess
yeah,
up.
Right.
You gonna smoke me, dog.
That's funny.
Nah, but I'm good. Fucking. A lot of shit happened this week, social media wise. Just trying to keep up with that and keeping up with work and trying to balance shit out. Still going to the gym and trying to be a regularly functioning adult. It's kind of hard, but I mean,
our naps at an all-time high.
I took a nap earlier. I put a movie on it and just knocked out. Because they didn't have. I was trying to start watching The Godfather Part 3, but they don't have it on Amazon Prime. I watched 1 and 2 over the weekend.
I want to watch. That's funny that you mentioned that because I looked that up recently to see what apps had that available. What did you watch 1 and 2 on?
Prime.
Okay, then I'll go on Prime and watch it. Good, thank you.
Prime got it. Yeah, I don't know if it's through Prime or if it's through like some kind of other subscription you have because it does that and it messes me up because it's like through your subscription with whatever.
Yep, I got you.
And they had some other shit on there. It's like the Godfather Coda or something, the death of Michael Corleone, some extra shit, but I don't know.
Like a spinoff or like a documentary about.
I think it's kind of something like that. Talking about that, I don't think it's like a spinoff or a movie or anything, but it didn't really pique my interest, so I didn't click it.
Yeah,
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 I
that's
was
just
like,
them trying to
this,
take advantage of the epic
yeah, yeah.
nature of the movie. Like, let's put out
This,
something else just to
this
get
isn't
more.
what I'm trying to watch right now. Let me not settle
Yeah,
for it.
you're right.
Yeah, no, but I
Big
got some good
commitment.
news today. Oh, of course, I got some good news today with that position that I was looking to get.
Oh
I
yeah,
should be getting. I guess I should be getting the email. He told me within the next 24 hours for my background check. I've just been waiting on that for almost a month now, but
that was the sales
just
position.
yeah, the sales position.
Nice,
So just
good shit.
hoping that all goes good. I mean, I know it's gonna go good because I'm gonna pass my background check. I have no issues on that.
Good. Yeah.
So yeah,
Couple
we got
episodes
our
ago, it might have been a little sketchy.
yeah.
Couple
Some
episodes ago, you know what I mean? Like
if it
it
went
could
the
have went
wrong
way
way,
left.
but now everything's cool. Shorty's in Houston right now, so
Cool.
I've been fucking just sleeping in the crib. That's weird, because I've been just like sleeping at her house for
Oh really?
the longest. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
but yeah, I mean, like
Good to
it's
get
good
away
to
from,
yeah, it's
change the
good to
environment.
a little tolerance break.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I miss her, but it's sometimes it's important
Need it.
to yeah,
Need it.
of course.
Right? Because
I
like
have to
when
do
you
certain things here and like get my shit in order.
Yep.
And I'm sure she needed
100%.
it too. She went out there for her birthday and got to see her friends over there in Houston, and she had a good time. So I'm happy for that. But just
Cool.
just fucking got more hours in at work because I was like, might as well. Might as well fucking pick them up if I'm not gonna be doing shit. The pool is finally open in the neighborhood,
Oh, you have a
so I can go
community
get some
pool?
sun. Yeah, we got a nice community pool
Nice.
opened on April 1st, so last week, so I can go get some sun now. I don't have to work till 2 tomorrow, so I might hit that up,
There you go. Get
have a
that.
few
Yeah.
beers, go
You're
to
more
work
of a light
buzzed.
skinned Cuban.
Yeah. I could get some sun. I don't think
There's two.
anything negative is gonna
There's
happen
two
if I get
shades.
some sun.
There's two shades of Cubans. Your shade and my shade, but I'm mixed, so it's different
Right.
because my Puerto Rican side is darker than my Cuban side. But if you look at, you just line up a bunch of Cubans, you either got pasty white or totally dark. So it's you
Dude.
can never know. It's like
Also,
chameleons.
whoever drinks these poppy sodas, at least this cola one is fucking disgusting.
Real, yeah.
I
I think
mean,
I've had one, a cream soda one. I don't know if I liked it. I tried it
I
a
mean,
long time ago.
if you like Diet Coke, I guess it's okay. And you
Uh huh.
like a healthier version of soda because this only has 25 calories and only 5 sugars. But this is fucking nasty. Like it's not good.
Yeah,
It's not
sometimes.
worth it.
Yeah, well, it's. I think it's. You have it in front of you, so you could probably tell me it's more of a healthy alternative to
Yeah. It
like
says for a
regular
healthy
soda.
gut. It's got
Yeah.
probiotics for a healthy gut. That's probably why I took a shit before this podcast.
Why do you think the best
Infused
things? Why do you think the worst things taste the best? Because they're not good
infused
for
with
you.
apple cider vinegar, immunity sidekick, and natural caffeine. I mean, I think that's just a bunch of bullshit. What even is natural caffeine anymore? Like, it's
Yeah,
all the
I
same
don't know.
shit.
It's like the drink the Jake Logan Paul Prime. It's like no
Prime's a
sugar,
bunch
no
of
sugar,
bullshit
no
too.
sugar, but it's fake sugar. So it's like
Yeah,
I rather have real sugar
real
in it
sugar.
and know that I'm
Exactly.
having sugar instead of whatever ingredients and whatever in a lab cooked up that you made it to taste that sweet. Because that's what's alarming about Prime. It's so sweet that it's like, wait, you're not using real sugar. Then what the hell are you using? Because this is terrible
Yeah.
tasting.
So it has 32 milligrams of natural caffeine. It says contains 3% juice. And the ingredients are sparkling water, organic cane sugar, apple juice, fruit juice color, organic apple cider vinegar, organic agave inulin, natural flavors, stevia. I can taste the stevia.
Yeah,
Natural tartaric acid. Ugh, what the fuck? That doesn't even sound good. And
that's not
then,
attractive to drink.
yeah, natural tartaric acid. I don't know. Distributed by Poppy in Austin, Texas. Yeah.
I will admit, I'm not a soda drinker. For most of my adult life, I haven't for sure. But like once in a while, when Brie gets like fast food, I'll drink some of her soda, and obviously it's known Coke wise and Sprite wise, McDonald's has the best. They
Yeah.
have a secret. They have their own secret sauce with a Coca-Cola directly. So I think a week went by where I happened to taste a little bit of McDonald's soda Wendy's soda and maybe like Taco Bell or some random, like it was spread out, but it was just random, like taking a couple sips and exactly the McDonald's. And a couple of times I caught myself jonesing for soda after having it a few times. So I get why people are addicted to that stuff because I don't drink it ever. Like, I mean, I probably drink that much of soda per month because I take sips of hers. And I had it more than usual, like last week or 2 weeks ago. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there like, man, I would love like a nice can of Coca-Cola right now with ice. And I'm like, who am I? Why am I thinking that? Like that it's in your body. And I understand why people have an addiction to soda. And once you get that taste, you keep coming back for more. So that's dangerous.
Yeah, no, McDonald's Sprite really is undefeated. I had like Mike's out of town. Well, he was out of town last week. Him and the kids went down to Disney for spring break.
Sweet.
So they had a good time down there. But I would come over here and feed the cats and stuff. And Shorty's like, "Oh, can we stop at McDonald's and get a Sprite? I've been feeding for McDonald's Sprite."
Right?
I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all.
I got 2 Sprites and a large fry, and she was like $9. $9. I'm like, dog,
you gotta use that McDonald's app. That McDonald's
app.
Bro.
But my points expired. My points expired.
Yeah. All right, well, that's a good thing.
6,000 points.
That means you're not using it as much as I am, so that's good.
No, because I don't really go to McDonald's, man.
Yeah, good.
The fast food places I'll go to is like Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. I keep it with the C's. I keep it C'd up, dog.
Oh, okay. So
fucking podcast.
I wanted to jump right off the rip with get into it now that we're 10 minutes in. I always like to leave a little 10-minute window so when we start an episode, people come in and out. But WrestleMania 40 was this weekend in Philadelphia, and if you have been on social media, I'm sure you, with a lot of time on your hands as far as your girl's out of town, so you're probably on social media and also doing other things on the websites I won't talk about. Can't deny or confirm. Sure. So yeah, WrestleMania this weekend, it was promoted as the biggest WrestleMania of all time, and I hate when pro wrestling or WWE does that because that's like calling the Kansas City Chiefs and who just played? The 49ers? Who just played in the Super Bowl? I forget.
Yeah, Chiefs and 49ers.
Yeah, that's like calling that game before it starts like the biggest game ever, the best Super Bowl of all time. And I get it, predetermined with wrestling, so you kind of can call it if you have some plans and manipulate, what goes on. But to call it that without having the results, kind of like you're setting yourself up big time because if it's not the best or the biggest, you're looking at, you're setting the bar so high. For the first time, probably since they used those words, biggest, best, it's going to be amazing. It lived up to all the hype. It was 2 days. They started doing 2 days a few years back after the pandemic because I went to one of the last WrestleManias in New Jersey. That was one day on Sunday, and it was 8 hours, 9 hours. No, it was from 7 to like 1 a.m. And they realized like we can't be going 5-6 hours anymore. We got to cut this down. And smart. They sell out a football stadium 2 days in a row. So genius by them. They had 145,000 people at the Lincoln Financial where the Eagles play over the last 2 days. Like insane. Sold it out. Like the sea of people was great. Obviously, as you guys know, Cody Rhodes finished the story. Roman Reigns, The Rock came out. Bro, it was chaos. Did you see clips of any of that?
I did.
It was everywhere on Twitter, at least on my pages, because my algorithm.
But clips, and I fucking loved it because.
Don't play any of it because it will be taken down immediately.
It's not on their page, but
if you want to show images, that's different. Don't show videos because then I'm gonna have to edit it out, and that's gonna be annoying. But it was.
I love how Speed was there.
Yeah,
in a prime bottle, getting beat up by The Rock.
That's what was cool about it. He had Drewski, Night One, had a lot of celebrities, a lot of people that I never would think that would ever go to a. Vanessa Hudgens was there, like just random people that were there, and I'm glad to see that I had people over on Saturday night. Had a good group amount of people here, and we all enjoyed it. I love to be able to have my friends over and watch something like WrestleMania because, the little kid comes out and everybody had a good time. And then on Sunday yesterday, half of, only a small intimate group, but fun weekend of WrestleMania, lived up to the hype. New era Triple H. If you don't know, Vince McMahon was running the show, and then we talked about it. Got into a lot of controversy that came to light. They got rid of him, and now Triple H is basically running the creative of it. And for the first time in about 20 years, people are now calling pro wrestling or WWE cool again, because you have people like The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and then you had The Undertaker come out, John Cena. It was an awesome weekend of pro wrestling, which I love. And it was a good time. So WrestleMania 40, they're doing SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio. I already looked up tickets in August for that. Tickets are ridiculous. They'll be at the where the Cleveland Browns play. But Raw is coming to Emirates Bank, where the Panthers play on, I think they come in June. So tickets go on sale this week. I might get some tickets. A couple people may go have some fun with that. So WrestleMania, love it. Great weekend. Watching Raw now. As soon as we log off, The Rock is right now talking to Cody Rhodes. Oh, yeah, dude. I was locked in from I started.
You're not wearing a shirt for it.
Yeah, I was going to, but I had to wear a Brooklyn Nets hat, and I wanted to wear a Broward vintage shirt that he got me. And the Nets, by the time we record next week, they're not playing any more games after that because they're eliminated from the playoffs. Bless. So I had to at least one time.
How does that make you feel?
Not well, because we don't have our draft pick this year. So it makes me feel extremely mad. But I think I emotionally took myself out of it about probably 2 months ago. Thank God the Panthers are watchable, and I've been all in on that. So.
You're still watching the Nets games, right? Like up until
every other. There's times where
the games.
There's times over the last month or so that they're playing,
but
and
before you realize that they're like,
they're
not gonna.
Yeah, I'll throw it on one of the TVs for sure. But it's been hard to watch their games because they're just not competitive. So what it is, whatever. I got other sports. I have other things that are keeping me entertained. Trying not to put all my emotion in one team anymore. I'm too grown for that. I got too many grown life things that I got to worry about other than a team, a professional sports team that will always let me down in, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or something. So good thing the Yankees are back. They're 9-2. And your Miami Marlins did, fortunately, win a game.
They finally won, dog.
They were 0-9, bro. That was tough.
0-9, tough. Just getting swept, and not even just. It's one thing if you're losing games and you're losing the whole game, that's fine. If you're just complete ass. But when you're blowing leads of 3+ runs, that says a whole lot more than getting blown out. That's shitty. But yeah, I mean, they put up 10 runs yesterday and they won. So hopefully they figure something out. I think they had like a players only meeting and just a lot of shit going on in that franchise.
Players only meeting that quick into the season. That's sound the alarms already.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on with them, but it's a long year. It's a long fucking season for baseball, and this year it's good for us because we're gonna need all the games we can get.
Yeah, it's a long season. Yeah, it's a long season for every team, especially if you start off slow. It feels even longer. And you guys didn't even play great teams. You played Pittsburgh, who's not expected to make the playoffs, got swept. Played the Angels, got swept. They're not expected to make the playoffs. And then the Cardinals. Cardinals are always kind of in the mix no matter what because their division's a little weak. And then now you play the Yankees. So to start off, and then and I'm looking at the schedule now. You play the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, I seen that.
Dude, I've been contemplating this whole week. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could just be a Braves fan. The Braves logo is pretty cool. I've had a Braves hat before. I've lived in Georgia for 2 years now. I got, I could rock with the Braves, but
you got that pass. You live in the state.
Yeah, but just if they weren't a division rival of my team growing up as a kid,
for sure,
life, it would be a lot easier. But for me to be like, I'm going to root for the Braves now, it's like, it feels like I'm just like going against everything ingrained in my DNA my whole life, and I just can't
100%. No, good. At least you have that perspective. That's good.
I'd be cool, It's like no one can ever question my fucking loyalty. I'm a fucking Marlins fan. I'm a Dolphins fan, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? No,
don't sell yourself just for the short term. I I'm never a fan of that. We always talk about it on this podcast for the 3+ years we've been doing it. That's the whole point of being a fanatic, and that's what a fan is. It's you have to be obsessed with your team, win or loss, or bad times and good times. So, but like I said, you do get a pass with being in the state, but division rival changes that opinion. With me, I could root for the Marlins because different league. They only play each other once every few years. Obviously, the only tie that we have is 2003 when you guys beat us, but you guys were the better team. So that I can't look back at that and feel too upset about
Yeah,
that
plus
because
that was over
we
two
got beat.
decades ago, so
Yeah,
that's
it was 20,
it
21 years
don't
ago for
really
sure.
count anymore.
100%. So
Yo, so
let's see.
I got a question
Go
for
ahead.
you.
Yep.
Since I just did this week, and it's been the thing that I've just been doing for this whole year so far, kind of just shaving my beard. What's it gonna take for you to shave your beard, or are you just not gonna do it? It's just not. Are you not gonna trim it down? You're not gonna rock it. You're just gonna keep it like that and let it grow out for the rest of your life. You're not gonna switch up the look. What you gonna do? Because you let your hair
That's
grow out
funny.
for a bit.
That's funny you bring that up randomly because we haven't talked in a week, really. I just had talked to Bree about this randomly during the week. I just brought it up randomly because I was like, I got to shave down the beard. It's been too long. I got a lot more white hairs every single month than I had the month before. So I got to shave it down. And then I've also been thinking about cutting my hair recently just to give myself a new
It's
fresh
summer,
start.
man. Summer's about to start. It's gonna
Yeah.
be hot. You're in South Florida, bro. You're
Nah,
mowing the
dude, come
lawn,
on.
cleaning the pool. You're gonna
It
be outside. We
I don't
outside.
I
Come
don't believe
on,
in that.
man.
I don't believe in that excuse because I've had a beard for so long that never affected me, no matter where I lived. And I've had long hair for the last 4 years now, so it doesn't make me more hot. Maybe it does, and I haven't even realized it. I got used to it, but I think change probably towards the end of the year. I'm gonna do something different. But I did say that to answer your question, I did say something recently to Brie. I was like, probably one of the only times I'll shave my beard is if I have a kid, probably more specifically a daughter. And if she was like young enough and she always like joked around where, hey, I think you should shave. Why don't you do it one time? That would probably be the only reason I would. And I'm talking not shaved it down. I'm talking like blade to face,
Mm-hmm.
completely ear to ear shave. I did bring this up recently and I was like, that's the only way or reason I see myself ever fully clean shaven
I don't think
at
I've
least
ever
one
seen you
time.
without a beard. I've never seen your
Oh, I
face.
haven't been. I haven't been since I was 21 years old. So basically, everybody that's known me for the last 15 years have never even either. So there's probably a small group back in New York that have seen me clean shaven. But yeah, that's probably the only time I'll probably clean shave is if I had a daughter and she's like 3 and she just asked me like either jokingly or like seriously, like maybe she's scared of it or whatever. It could be a joke, whatever. I'd probably do it that one time ever. So let's hope that does happen one day because I don't
Yeah,
mind doing it for that
those
reason.
videos on social media are always funny when
Yeah,
dads shave and the babies are like, "What the fuck?" and they get
barely. Yeah,
scared
they
and
almost
yeah,
cry.
they
They
don't
almost
know
are
who it
scared the
is
other
because
way.
you
Yeah.
do look like a different person. I've had people already be like, "Yo, like I didn't recognize you," or like you look totally different. Well, yeah, no shit, because I mean, I could even shave my mustache and look totally different as well.
See, I think if you did
You know?
that, if you did the mustache, see, right now for me, and I'm only seeing you on video, not in person, so it might be different. But if you did shave the mustache and the everything, it probably looked different. For me, it's still you still have a little some facial hair, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
It's not an
I gotta have a
extreme,
little
but
something, bro. I can't just and it grows back fast. Like
yeah.
I didn't like completely shave it all off. I just did the blade. I didn't do like clean
Hmm.
shaven. It's still stubble there, you know. But no, shaving's literally one of my least favorite things to do. It
I would
sucks.
hate to
I
have to
even
do that
like trim my
every
chest
day.
hair and everything, and like my shit's like itchy, bro.
Oh yeah, the
Fucking, I've been
pricklies.
itching. Yeah, I've been itching. I did the
Yeah,
two,
you're
and
a
I've
hairy
been like
motherfucker.
itching. I am, bro. Touche. You are as well.
Well, a lot of
This
people
is the
think
Harry Bros podcast, dog.
yeah, yeah. A lot. That is one thing that I do tell people that don't know is like just because I have long hair and I have a beard, a full beard, I'm not as like if you look at my arm and your arm, let me see yours without. Yeah, see, you're a lot more hairier than I am. even my chest hair is not my back. I don't really have chest hair. My legs, they're not that hairy. So people think that I take off a shirt and I wax or I shave. I don't at all. So, but I've seen you and you. I don't know if your brother, if it's in your family as that,
my
but
brother, my dad's hairy, but my brother's not hairy.
yeah, I know.
My
Yeah,
brother's not
at
as
least
hairy.
that's
He
what
got
I've
the
seen.
beard and shit, but he's not. Yeah, I don't know.
That would be the only time. So until then, get used to the
do
beard
it,
on this
bro.
podcast for one day for the right reason. I'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
Today was the solar eclipse. It was trending on Twitter. Did you go outside and check it out, or did you buy glasses? I wasn't
No,
entertained
man,
by it.
I didn't buy glasses. I'm not falling victim to the whole consumerism of this fucking phenomenon going on in our nature. But I worked both jobs today, and I had every other customer was coming in talking about like, oh, are you guys selling lunar eclipse glasses? You guys selling lunar eclipse glasses? Oh, bro, like they're like, oh, the other gas station was selling them. I'm like, so why didn't you buy them there, dude? They're
Yeah,
like, what'd you say to me? I'm like, you left the gas station that was selling something that you were looking for, and you come to another one, and we don't have it, and you get upset. Fuck is wrong with you, bro? If you see something that you need at one place, get it there. Don't go to another
yeah,
place for any other reason.
and then
Are
be
you
upset about
retarded?
it.
Yeah, makes no sense.
That's
But
funny.
and plus we weren't even really supposed to see it that much here in Georgia. Like it was going through like the Midwest up
Yeah, the
through
central, yeah,
the upper East Coast of the
Texas,
country.
Indiana, Ohio,
Yeah,
Indiana, some places like that. You were able to see it. In
but
Texas, it was
fortunately,
crazy. It got dark in Texas, like at 1:15 p.m. It was
yeah.
completely dark. I seen a
Well,
video. It's pretty cool.
I texted my girl and I was like, "Hey, you seeing the eclipse?" And she was like, "No, it's like super cloudy, so I don't think she really got a chance to see it." But
Mm,
they had some glasses at Publix, and I went out for a little bit, and I saw it, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it was bright. Like I try to look up
yeah,
like this, and like it was brighter than normal. The sun usually is. Like sometimes you can like squint, look up, and kind of see it. Nah, not this time. But with the glasses on, the glasses are just completely dark, and I looked up,
yeah,
and you could see it looked like a half moon type thing. I have some videos.
yeah. Show that
Some
because it
pretty
looked
cool
pretty cool, and it is cool. Like I know, like it's a big deal in the space travel world or the atmosphere where they do research on this type of stuff. Like what happens when a solar eclipse, are we able to get some research and pull together? So it is cool, like if you're a nerd about it. But for me, I went outside one time today and looked up at the sky, couldn't see anything. So I just went back in. Didn't
Yeah.
really
So
care.
this is from a plane.
Oh, that's sick.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Is that rip? That almost looks edited and fake. How good that looks and cool. Like that looks like some shit out of like Star Wars or Dune.
And then I got this one. This is from Starlink official page.
Mhm.
Shout out Elon Musk. And this is a view of the eclipse from the satellite on orbit.
That upside down? I can't tell.
It might just be like a 360 cam.
Got you. Is that dark space part of
Yeah,
it right there?
from
That's what I'm
moon.
looking at.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. No, it's dope. I like people that I mean it's something that happens every so often. I think last time something like this happened was 2017, but this is one time. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it and all that, but anytime you're able to see something out of this world, literally, so you're able to witness it is pretty cool. It's funny watching Shogun with when they have earthquakes. Like it must be
Mm-hmm.
crazy not knowing what it is. It just like this changes our life. Like, in Japan when they have earthquakes, like not knowing what it is, you're like, God is just overtaking, like it's trying to kill us all. But like natural, I think somebody brought it up. Like, what did people think when they first saw the first like thunderstorm or whatever? Like that must be crazy, not knowing what it is, and you're seeing lightning and thunder and all this stuff. You probably think the world is ending with back in the day when you didn't know any better. Now we just like, all right, it's raining, it's a thunderstorm, big deal, or a hurricane or natural disaster. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not caught up on Shogun. I'll probably catch up tonight. but I gotta watch the last episode of Curb as well. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
we
is
just watched
crazy.
it.
Yeah, damn, I gotta watch it. No, that is crazy. Like not knowing what something is and experience something for the first time, like a tsunami or an earthquake, like you were saying. There was a pretty bad earthquake just last week in Taiwan. Some of the videos I saw were fucking insane. I don't know if you saw them. There was one from a
I did.
dashboard cam of a car, and they were driving on like going like uphill, and then the rocks just started coming down. One hit a car, one got mad close to a car. I thought that was fucking insane. And then
What about the
there was a
earthquake in New York? New
that's
York,
what
New
I was just
Jersey?
about
That
to
was
say.
wild.
Fucking New York, bro. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, I mean, I've
I've
never
never heard
heard
of that.
of it happening. Maybe it has, and I'm just like, you know, didn't realize or forgot. But you would think on the eastern part of America, at least, it's big out west, California and such. They have earthquakes, but to have, it's very minor. I think like seeing some videos, basically it was just like if you had picture frames on the wall, they fell down and stuff like that. So
From New York, yeah.
this
This
is
is one of the
Taiwan, right?
crazier videos of Taiwan. Yeah. Let me
This
get
is
this
this
quick.
is like a straight, yeah, because they have music playing. This is like out of a movie right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought as well.
Yeah, when I started watching it, I was like confused. I was like, wait, the car stops and then
Mhm.
it backs up, and you're like, wait, what's it backing up from? And then yeah, it gets
The
crazy.
only thing I'm thinking is like reverse Terry, reverse, put it in
Yeah.
reverse. I shouldn't be making jokes and laughing, but bro,
And it's funny
see
because
all
you're
the
reversing, but you could be reversing right into what you don't
right,
want to get
and
yourself into
that's what
because you
he
have no
did.
idea. Yeah,
That's what happens. Look,
it just misses.
he got kind of lucky, but this shit hits the side of his car right here. This guy's like reversed.
Look
That
at
one could
that.
have hit him,
This big
but this
boulder
one,
right here.
mink,
Oh my,
dog,
that's
fuck
nuts.
all that. And then there's this one right here. This dude just said,
Oh
"Oh
my,
my
that's
man!"
yeah.
And then this white car right here, the Rock barely misses his shit,
Oh,
bro. But he didn't even move. No
that's
man,
so wild.
I was
Yeah,
so
that's
good on that,
movie
dude.
type stuff.
No, yeah, honestly.
And then to stay on track of wild things happening in Las Olas, Fort Lauderdale area, a crane because they're building so many condos and apartment
High
buildings
rises.
in Fort Lauderdale. High
Yeah,
rises is going up like crazy down here in Broward. A part of a crane fell off. The fact that it didn't have as many casualties is wild enough, but one
mhm.
person died, and I looked into
Yeah.
it. It was
Construction
it was
worker.
the construction worker. I thought without knowing when they said one person died, then I seen either a photo of it or a video. And if you could pull it up or find it real quick,
I got a
part of
video.
the crane fell. A worker fell with it, so that person died. And then the part of the crane hit a Tesla, bounced off, and hit another car, and they were in critical condition. But the guy with the Tesla to the right,
He was good. Yeah,
he walked
he was
out like he
talking
was
about
fine.
it. Yeah.
That's wild. Like, how does anybody dying
No.
is a big deal, even if it's one person. But the fact that wasn't like mass casualties is insane. And I know exactly where that is too. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I'm telling you, man. I heard it recently. I heard it last week. Make sure people in your life that you care about check up on them because,
This dude, yo.
right? Imagine getting out of your car and like, what
No,
just
bro. I
happened?
don't want to.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's such a nutty thing to imagine.
Oh, I haven't seen this video actually.
Yeah, I hadn't seen this one either. But
Wow.
dude, that's just crazy.
That is. Oh my God.
I was trying to find the one of Buddy talking, the dude that was in the Tesla.
Yeah. They're gonna have to repair that bridge because I think I read that it fell and obviously created a hole in the road or the bridge. So they're gonna have to repair that. So traffic in
Oh,
that area is already
this is a pretty
chaos. So I
cool
can only
video.
imagine what the traffic's gonna be like that for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna show this. This one's pretty cool. It's like a
Yeah.
drone shot.
Wow. Look at that. Right on. Wow. How that person just
I don't
walk
know how
away
that
with like,
person didn't die.
and it's crazy because that's what he said was it hit the Tesla first and bounced and hit the other car. Yep. Yeah, I just went over that bridge like a month ago. Crazy.
Right.
Bridges, earthquakes, cranes, solar eclipses. What I mean, we always say, you know, because we live in the moment, we're always like, oh, the world's crazy, war and all this. It's like this is what just happens every year, happens every month, happens all the time. It's just when it happens like where you live, it hits a little different. Literally, like, damn, that just happened up the road. Like somebody I know could have been in that Tesla easily.
Damn, the construction worker, he was only 27. He had 2
Damn.
kids and a wife.
Damn.
That sucks.
Yeah. R.I.P. Yeah, you're just doing like hard work, hard labor. And I always construction
trying to feed
people
the
and all
fam.
that, especially down here, dude, in the heat. And it's about to be summer and they're building all these being out and they report to the job site because I've driven some of them with Lyft. And yeah, when I used to do that early in the morning, 6:30 a.m., they get to the job site 6:30, 7 a.m. to start their day. And they usually finish around 3 p.m. usually. It's hard, man. And that's why they start early. So the heat and all that isn't a factor. But I hate going outside just to do lawn work or pool maintenance during the summer. I can't imagine doing hard labor like that. So shout out somebody like Spo who's doing plumbing for some of these high rises.
Yeah, this is the dude that was in the Tesla.
It sheared off the front of my car.
What are the odds that he's Italian?
And I just walked away.
No, I don't know. I can't explain why he doesn't have a shirt on.
That's my Tesla. It landed on me. It sheared off the front. And I just went.
He's in utter shock.
Yeah.
You can tell because he's acting normal, you know, but he's realizing it as he's talking about it. Like, I should be dead.
Was it like?
It came from up there. I saw it coming down. It took off the front of my car, and I'm completely fine.
A miracle.
See? Like, people watch that and they're like, "Oh, look at him. He looks fine." Like, no, he's in shock, bro. Like, he's talking and realizing at the same exact time, like, what just happened? Like, he probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes after that video, he probably had a meltdown about like, because he doesn't know what just happened. Nuts.
That's some wild shit, bro.
It's good for Tesla, right?
Yeah,
Tesla stock goes up a little bit. All of a sudden, a crane hits your car and you live. All right, cool.
Yeah. Surprised it didn't fucking blow up.
Yeah, that's wild. What else here? Any natural disaster stuff? Yeah, crane, solar eclipse, blah blah blah. Like I mentioned when we started off the episode, men's Final Four about to tip off shortly here.
Bro, what's up with
Purdue,
that start?
UConn. Yeah, late start, huh?
9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I think they do that. They do that a lot with these college
there's nothing else going on right now.
Yeah. I think they try. I think they try to get as many people on the West Coast. So it's not like, so if it's an 8 o'clock game, people are still leaving work or whatever at 5. That's what's insane. If you live on the West Coast, like waking up for football at 10 a.m. every day or every week on a Sunday is probably wild. But that, like, I can't imagine working a 9 to 5. You're leaving work and like, oh, I got to watch the Super Bowl or whatever it is, or not Super Bowl, but like a championship game. It's about to start when I'm leaving work. I think they try to draw in as many fans on across the board. So I think that's why they sacrifice East Coast by starting it a little late prime time. But 9 o'clock, I mean, it's not even starting yet. It's 9:01. Now they're doing the intro. So it's probably going to start 9:15. That's a late start. 8:30 should be the latest.
I agree.
Like, be realistic, because it's going to be 2.5 hour game.
Even if they're going to do that, if not, they should tailor it to whoever is in the championship game. If it's like 2 West Coast teams, tailor it to that, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, it's East Coast teams. Purdue's in Indiana?
Purdue's in Indiana. UConn's obviously in Connecticut.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think these are preset.
Fans in
no, not at all.
Nevada,
but I think it's just preset where no matter who's going to be in it, they're going to do it at this time. But yeah, definitely at least 30 minutes later than it should be. It should be latest 8:30 for sure. but we'll see. Hopefully, it's an interesting game. And then the ladies, the women's game, Caitlin Clark, Iowa versus South Carolina. Going into it, I just thought, I had a feeling, South Carolina, they've been dominating later in the season and all tournament long.
They were
NC State was a
undefeated all
good,
year.
yeah, NC State was a good team, and on Friday night they beat them handily. I had NC State at least covering 12 and a half, 13 points. They beat them by 20, and then Iowa, obviously, Caitlin Clark. I knew going to this game she was gonna have to put up 40. She put up 30, and they lost. But hey, back to back, championship games for her. Obviously, couldn't get one. She played, or they played, because I don't want to totally be able. Caitlin Clark, there's other players on the team, but they lose back to back and against two juggernauts of teams, LSU last year and South Carolina this year. So now she goes to the WNBA where she'll make more money marketing and contract wise. She'll be the first overall pick. I'm excited to watch her in the WNBA because I fuck around during the summer and watch that. So it'll be fun to watch.
I thought it was funny when I was playing UConn and they had Sue Bird, UConn alum, Diana Taurasi, UConn alum. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for them being on there because a lot of men respect their game because those are two of the GOATs in women's college basketball and in pros. You talk Sue Bird, one of the GOATs. Diana Taurasi, one of the fucking GOATs. You know who those women are. But then one of the questions was, who are you taking first overall, Paige or Caitlin Clark? And I was glad that they disagreed on it because if they both would have said Paige, it would have been like, why do you have both of these women on here if they're UConn alum? They're going to say Paige. But I don't know. It was just weird how they were doing it. Who was it? I think it was Sue Bird that said definitely Paige. No, sorry. Diana Taurasi said definitely Paige. But Sue Bird's answer was like, oh, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for... She said Caitlin Clark because of how much attention and how much fans she would bring just to want to see her. That's why she said Caitlin. If it wasn't for that, she would say Paige. But that's such a shitty answer.
Taurasi did say some controversial statement about Caitlin Clark, but not anything too crazy. How she'll get a wake up call when she goes to the WNBA because it is a lot harder.
Rookie does once they
as
go
it should.
into the league.
But also and I didn't see the full quote. I just seen a little bit. But hopefully in that statement, she also bigged her up because that's what you want. You want continued stars and attraction, no matter who it is, as long as they're not a horrible human being. You want the attention. Any attention's good attention and all of Caitlin Clark's attention is on the court. It's nothing off the court. It's not controversial. So don't devalue what she's doing for the game as a former player because you're either salty or you want to say a hot take. It's promote these women. That's one thing that I have always an issue with is we talk about how women's sports isn't big. It's first of all, there's more women in the world than men statistically, but also support, continue to try to support these women that are at the top of their game, performing at a high level. Don't discredit that, make that bigger than ever because it's only going to do better for everybody else. So hopefully they understand that. And I think they do, but Caitlin Clark's good for the game. I don't care if you like her. We talked about this black, white with her and Angel Reese and why she get more. It doesn't there could be more attention to other athletes, maybe in that, in the women's game, but for what it is, it's good for the game because season tickets, the Indiana Fever, who hasn't been good in years. And why do I know that? I've been paying attention little by little. They're going to sell tickets. They're going to be on ESPN and people will tune into a Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever game way more than they did last year. So who cares who it is? Promote the game. And that should be the main goal because people like her, Angel Reese, and Paige, they're going to elevate the game in the league and make everybody else more money. So that's only a good thing.
So another thing, I'm gonna bring this up. that kind of pissed me off was Aja Wilson. I don't know if you saw this. Talking to
I
Kelsey
didn't.
Plum on why she respects Paige Buchers.
Why is she wearing a microphone at sidelined?
Because she's...
Alright, whatever.
And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point.
So
And also,
I'm gonna start the video again. I can't do it on here, but it'll start.
Yeah, pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you.
Can you hear it?
And I mean, that's
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's gonna start again now.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say you're not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that
Oh,
point.
jeez.
And also, like, she's good at basketball. Like,
Why does it have to be about that?
It's like pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And I mean, that's a compliment.
So one, why is Aja Wilson even generalizing and speaking for other black women, saying us as black women? It's just you there. No, the girl sitting next to you is not in agreement with you. She's not saying anything about it. Well, Paige is just hooping, and
minding her own business.
I don't think that Paige and Kelsey Plum hoop alike at all either. They're two different.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Kelsey Plum is
she's like a forward / center type, and Paige is a guard. It's not true.
Yeah.
And then what privilege, bro? If anything, white people in basketball are the minority. So what are we really even saying right now?
I hate that.
It's like, bro, why are we making everything about race? Like, let's just hoop. Let's just play basketball. Yeah. Leave basketball at basketball. Don't bring in other things into it that have nothing to do with the fucking topic at hand. You're just making it worse for black women, and now you're making it worse for Paige, and you're making it worse overall because people aren't tuning in for that. That's not what we're tuning in for. We're not tuning in to watch Aja Wilson talk about race. If you want to talk about race, go be a fucking politician. Hoop. That's cool. Stand on your ground. Do what you want to do. Use your platform for a positive thing. I'm not saying shut up and play basketball like they told Braun. Use your platform, do right for your community and all that kind of shit. But don't say stupid shit like that, bro. Like that's why you just took a step. You took a step forward. Now you're taking 2 steps back.
It's one thing if we say it, which we don't know shit about. Fuck. It's one thing if ESPN says it, the media talking heads and all that. Like if you're a current basketball player in that sport playing with these women, they will be playing with her at one point, to start the season or whenever that time comes. Yeah, just bringing up the race thing is just unnecessary and it's not needed. Yeah, it's probably something that weighs into marketing and stuff, but it's not necessary. Now you're just bringing it up because now we're not talking about on the court. We're talking about how somebody gets marketed over somebody else because of color or privilege. And it's just like, Caitlin Clark's not asking for any of that. And first of all, I heard she's like, her background's like Iranian.
No, she was talking about Paige. She was talking about Paige.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying Caitlin, because that's what's talked about. Like, I think she's not even like all white. Like, that's where you start to get technical too, where it's like, she looks white and I get it, but like, she also has another background too, that if she is Iranian, which I heard, I'm not sure for sure. Like we can look it up easily, but it's like, you don't know what hardships she's dealt with as well as if she is mixed. So like, what are we talking about now? Also, now we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about personal stuff.
Yeah. Since Maya Moore is a black woman. She might be mixed. I don't know. She's a black woman to me, but the last few UConn greats have been white. Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Breonna Stewart. You had Tina Charles back in the day, but that was late 90s, early 2000s. But like UConn is always, they're kind of a whiter team versus everyone else in the fucking women's basketball. And then you got Caitlin Clark now. She's been hooping the last 2 years. But that's just like, we don't need to talk about that. We don't even need to bring that up. Like what was even the point of that? And
that was
all
dumb.
The comments, and all the comments was like, "This is dumb. Why are you bringing that up? Leave race out of it. Why?" That had nothing to do.
Just talk hoops. Talk hoops. Don't try to make your point by bringing up something like that.
She hoops like you. She plays like you. She
easily could have said that.
Don't need to say, "Oh, because she's white and I'm black and her privilege. She knows her privilege." Have you even? have you even talked to Paige? Are you cool with Paige? Do you have her number? Are you in a group chat with her? How do you know that she knows about this so-called privilege? What are we doing?
And one thing
I hope
Paige
AJ
did,
Wilson sees this.
yeah, right. That'll be the day. Paige, I think she's talking about, because Paige had a press conference where she's like, hopefully, we could, if Paige is going to stay for one more year, because she's not eligible yet, because they have to stay 4 years. And she got hurt last year, so she's out of third year. She was like, hopefully, when Caitlin goes to the WNBA, we're able to put more spotlight on across the board instead of on one. But, like, that's not how sports is, bro. Like, that's not
At all.
I wish it wasn't how you grew the game, but how you grow the game is spotlighting one player, and then everything within that game is like, I watched South Carolina and I watched LSU because of Caitlin Clark. So now I know a lot more about women's basketball because of one player, but
Yeah.
I've watched all the players now because of her. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative at all. That's how leagues grow. They grow because of LeBron James, a Kobe Bryant, a Aaron Judge, a Patrick Mahomes. It's like, yeah, you got to grow the league through one player, and then it helps grow the whole league, because now we got your attention. Now you're paying attention
Yeah,
to.
people are tuning in for one thing, and
Yes.
then they realize other
So,
things. Yeah.
I get it. They're not used to that, and in a good way, they're kind of like, I think,
Dude,
as
the
'cause
numbers
they're
for LSU versus Iowa
18.
was
What was it?
insane.
18.
Well, LSU versus Iowa was 12.3, which was crazy. It was more than NBA Finals games and everything.
Nuts.
But the championship game was 18.3, which is insane as well. It's
Wow.
getting more numbers than the
And it was
men's.
during the day on a Saturday
Yeah,
at 3
yesterday.
p.m.
Yeah, the
So,
championship game. Yeah.
yes, it was probably a good time, because the only thing on was, baseball, or nothing major was going on. So it actually was a good thing during the day. People are, at home getting ready for WrestleMania or whatever, like I was. So I watched the game, and that was a day game. That's usually prime time numbers. That's 8 o'clock on a Saturday, Sunday, or a Monday.
Right.
And a women's basketball game did those numbers. Like, who cares about the race
Yeah,
that player is?
because of race, bro.
Come on, dude. She could be any. I mean, we could only speak for ourselves, so this is our take on it. So she could be any race. It doesn't matter. I want to watch her hoop. I want to watch her put up 40 points and 12 assists, which is crazy.
Yeah.
In a 40-minute women's game. Nuts. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
So, shout out them. Shout
that was
out.
something that pissed me off this week. I was like, bro,
Yeah, like, don't turn us off. Like, we're watching for a reason. In that 18 point whatever number million, there's a lot of men watching those games.
Mhm.
And obviously, in today's game where you bet, that helps, because people want to not only watch the game, they want to bet on the game. So that brings in male viewers. But who cares? We're watching. Stop making it about something other than on the court. Because as men, and I think we could agree, we don't care. We just want to watch a good basketball game. And 5 years ago, if I said I locked in at 3 p.m. on a Saturday with my friends and watched a women's final game, and we were like into it, who cares what the reason is? It's like, we're watching what's on the floor, not anything against about them personally.
Yeah, when I used to tune into women's basketball, it was to watch Maya Moore. It was to watch one player. It wasn't like I wasn't tuning in to watch a team,
Yeah.
I would tune in because of that. And I feel that's the same thing that Caitlin Clark's bringing now.
Bro,
And it's just
better
don't
example.
take away from that.
Better example that has, it's similar, but like another spectrum. People this year were tuning into the Kansas City Chiefs for what? For who? Somebody that wasn't even playing in the game.
Yeah, facts.
People were watching Kansas City Chiefs for more than half the season, because it came out that they were dating Kelsey and Swift. And people, like women, were watching Kansas City Chiefs games for Taylor Swift that they showed her 16 times, and she wasn't even playing. Like, who cares? Eyeballs are eyeballs, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Let's cut the bullshit. So I'm glad we talked about it, because there's a very good back and forth between me and you, where it's like, we just spent 15 minutes talking about women's hoops. Like, that's dope. That's cool. Like, doesn't matter.
Good.
Like, I never thought I would be having this conversation ever in my life, to say one, and then especially for as long as we just did. So it's always good.
So
for all those people that think we don't care about women's hoops, women's sports, or we're we make our jokes and stuff like that. We just had a
No, I'm a
15-minute.
misogynist, bros.
Hey, some people probably watch this or seen clips that there probably are times that we say some crazy things, but it's all in good fun, but pay attention to what we just talked about here. We talked about a good educated conversation about women's basketball and not the controversies behind it. We were talking strictly about hoops. That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's get a little fucking wild right now because
that's good. Yeah, that's one.
I know you're a big music guy, and this has to do with one of your favorite artists, and we kind of started talking about this last week. J. Cole, out of nowhere, dropped mixtape, album, EP, whatever you want to call it, the other day, and he had a diss song called 7 Minute Drill, just went at Kendrick's neck, and I was here for it. I was like, okay, do we have real rap beef back? Drake, Future, Kendrick, J. Cole, and these are, those 4 people that I just mentioned easily could be a lot of people's Mount Rushmore of rap artists of this generation. And that's not a crazy take. If you think that's a crazy take, argue with your fucking drunk uncle at the barbecue.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave me the fuck alone, Not saying those are mine, but that could be a lot of people's. It's not saying like this is like Lil Yachty beefing with fucking NBA YoungBoy or some dumb shit like that they go on IG Live and just talk shit back and forth. I was like, cool, like we're fucking back. This is fire. I need this. Rap needs this. Like, fuck all that shit. Even if it's just to sell records or, get more eyes on whatever they want to do, cool, not a problem. But it was Feud. I was here for it. And the song was good. But then this man, J. Cole, goes on his fucking tour, Dreamfest or Dreamville Fest or whatever, and he fucking apologizes, bro. He apologizes for the diss track and says he's going to take it off all streaming apps and that it wasn't for him and that's not how he conducts business and he hasn't been sleeping at night. Bro, what the fuck kind of shit is that, bro? How soft are you, dog? It's a rap song. You're not fighting this dude in real life. You guys aren't. Like, this is so stupid, bro. I got the video. I'm going to pull it up because this is so soft, bro. This is this is really fucking soft. This is like in baseball, if you fucking hit a batter and then if you hit someone because they did something to your teammate and then you go and apologize. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to hit you. No, bro. That's fucking whack.
Moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm going to take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Diddy.
All good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Because I ain't going to lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I want to now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I'm out for y'all right now.
Bro, that's so whack, bro. I'm not fucking with that. I'm not fucking with that at all because if you really felt that way, if you really think like that, you shouldn't have dropped the song in the first place. Like, what are we really doing here, dog?
Yeah, I think maybe he had some perspective. Yeah, maybe he had some perspective on it, and he had time to reflect. And they, him and Kendrick, I think Cole and Kendrick have a relationship that started way back in the day, and they were supposed to do collabs together, not only music but albums. It's been rumored for like 10 years that they were going to do something. So I think maybe it got out of touch, and he's probably, mature and older and probably didn't want to get into a beef just to get into a beef. So on one hand that you say, be a man and stand on SOB, stand on business. I think I'm going to say the opposite, maybe just to create another like perspective of it is maybe he just had some clarity. Maybe he just realized, hey, we could do this and we can be in the headlines for a while.
Beef clarity.
You could, and it makes sense, and I almost respect that because it takes a big deal to actually come out and say it in front of the crowd he just did, and knowing it's going to go viral. So, at the end of the day, Drake Kendrick, Cole are my modern day rap Mount Rushmore in my top 5. There's only one or two that I clearly put in that all time. Kendrick's in my top 2 of all time. J. Cole's in my top 3 or 4, and then you got Drake that's in my top. So it's like these are my favorite rappers, and it's like, yeah, beef is good, but sometimes if it's just trivial, where Kendrick is confident, he's always said he's the best rapper right now he's been saying it for 10 years since he started. So hopefully they're able to make good music, because rap is needing it. Hip hop is needing good quality music these days because it's oversaturated by some of these weirdos we have out there. And I'm sounding like an old head maybe when I say that, but real hip hop, real lyricists are missed. So
real hip hop, hip hop.
We'll see what comes about it.
Kendrick's looking at that and being like, "Yo, damn, like that's cool, man. Like, thanks for your apology. I'm glad you can like sleep now at night. Thank you."
Nah, he's still gonna come out being a beast, and he's still gonna say what he wants. He stays to himself. You don't see Kendrick. If Kendrick's not making music, even when he's making music, you don't see him. Like literally, there's no pictures or videos. I'm pretty sure he comes out.
The funniest shit was during COVID when he was like working out in the playgrounds and doing pull-ups and push-ups.
Yeah,
and shit.
and that was to promote his album. But like,
yeah,
outside of him promoting an album, you don't literally see him. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't do like a media tour, and that's what I love about him. It's like that's what I envy, and that's what I look towards when I appreciate somebody's art. Is they're doing it strictly for the craft and what they love to do. And what is he doing when he's not promoting his album or doing these concerts? He's with his family. He's in the lab cooking up and doing his thing. So that's why he's one of my favorite rappers, is because of that exact reason. He's all about business, all about what he does, and he's one of the best at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that evolves. I'm sure this isn't the last time we'll talk about it, huh?
I hope not. I hope Kendrick comes back and calls J. Cole a bitch, bro.
Ooh.
Shit's fucking whack. Don't fucking apologize for something, bro.
That's it for me, really. I wanted to keep this podcast around an hour, only because we are going to do a UFC review next week. We're going to have a guest on, so at least one, maybe two. We'll have some fun reviewing UFC 300. That's on Saturday. I'll let you take it away and do your little preview of the card just to end the episode. So take it away.
Shit, all I need is the Charles do Bronx Oliveira dub against Arman Sarkisian. We got the main event, Jamal Hill, Alex Pereira. Man, this card is crazy. The fact that Davison Figueiredo and Cody Garbrandt is the first fight of that card, 2 former champs, it is insane. It's crazy. You got Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison is a beast. She was over at PF1 at whatever PFL or whatever she was. My mom actually crashed into her car a few years ago. Thankfully, it wasn't her driving. It was her dad, or else my mom would have got beat the fuck up. That's crazy.
Shout out Mama
she makes weight. What else? So it's like 10. So on this card, it's like 10.8% of the UFC champs on this fucking card.
Wow.
It's crazy.
to come off WrestleMania 40 this weekend, and now by TKO they're all together. Expect WWE stars to be probably there doing cross promotion and stuff like that. That'd be like, take advantage of UFC 300 and WrestleMania happening 7 days apart. Like, I fully expect that to be like a mini WrestleMania.
So look on UFC.com, fight card preview, UFC 300 Pereira versus Hill. It's not even either of them on the thing. It's my dog Charles do Bronx Oliveira, straight from the favelas. I'm fucking hyped for this card, bro. I don't even, bro.
I like your energy.
I'm not even gonna fucking do streamies, bro. I'm fucking buying that shit at me.
Yeah, there's some pay-per-views that are worth it. I think if I don't go to somebody else's house and watch it, because I think I need a break from hosting.
Bro,
after this weekend,
we got 2 fucking championship fights. We got Zhang Weili Zhang versus Zhang Xiao Zhang Bro, it's China versus China, dog. It doesn't get better
Damn.
than this. These
Civil
two
War.
females are insane, bro. I do not want no parts of Whaley ever in my life. And then we got Max Holloway moving up to
Fire.
fight Justin Gaethje, bro, for
A lot
the
of
BMF
blood in that
belt.
one.
Are you
Lot
kidding
of-
me? Are
lot
you
of blood.
joking, bro? These two
Oh
dudes.
my God.
Oh my.
It's gonna be a
bruh.
bloodbath.
I'm getting hard just talking about it. No Diddy. Bruh, I mean, this shit is just crazy. I mean, I don't know why I can't see the fucking card, bro. Purchase tickets. Psych. Why can't I see the card? What it is?
Dude, you know what's funny is UFC. I think they're gonna learn a lot from WWE and how to get to the point where WrestleMania used to be in an arena with 20,000, 18,000 people. Now they do 75,000 people. Eventually,
Cash or
UFC is gonna be in football stadiums, bro. Like UFC, maybe not right away. You know, maybe it'll take several years to learn from WWE how they're able to promote and go about it. But excuse me, UFC will be in football stadiums very soon.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. And then okay, here we go. Bro, dude, Davison Figueroa, Cody Garbrandt, Bobby Green, Jim Miller, Jessica Andrade, former champ. We got Jalen Turner and Renato Moicano. Like, this is a banger right here. Diego Lopez, Sadiq Youssef, Holly Holm, Kayla Harrison, what I was talking about. Calvin Cater, dog, against Aljamain Sterling, dog. Sterling, former champ. Prohaska, former champ. This is still the prelims. This is the fucking prelims, bro. And then you got Bo Nickel on the main card. Insane. Like I said, Armand Sarkisian, Charles Oliveira, dog. Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. We got two
Yeah, I'm hyped
championship
for it.
fights. This is insane, bro. I'm calling out of work if they see this. I'm sorry, but I've been throwing up all day. I'm
Sorry about it.
I can't make it. I got the shits. They'll figure it out. It's
Are you're working? You're working Saturday at night.
Yeah, I'm scheduled. I'm scheduled till 10:15.
Till what time?
10:15.
Oh, all right. So you're not. It's not.
You know,
All right.
Nah.
Maybe ask somebody.
Card,
maybe
bro.
maybe use a little poll to get somebody in to
You
come
feel me?
relieve you. Pause
You feel me?
at 9:30 or something. You know.
Early prelims start at 6, so prelims start at 8. As long as I can make the prelims, I'm good. But yeah, I mean, they did a great job with this card. I'm hyped.
Yeah,
I'm hyped.
I'm
done.
excited.
Oh, shout out Mike Thompson. My dog was in Liverpool this past week. He had 2 games.
Yeah, that was dope.
Got 2 dubs. He was talking shit to the Brighton players. That shit was funny. He was talking shit about his Cavs. Looked like he had a great time with Tiff. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy they got a dub. But always, it's fuck Mike.
Yeah, no, I seen that. They were living life. So shout out them. That was dope. I was living vicariously through their stories and stuff like that. That's something I want to do. Go visit some football in Europe. That's dope. Yeah, we'll keep it concise, right to the point. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's see. Yeah, this weekend UFC will have a guest. Broward Vintage. Go lock in with Broward Vintage. Everything you need. I did want to show this jacket actually.
The Whatnot. It was good. Whatnot. Him and Sam was cool,
that.
man. They always kill it. Had some good stuff on there.
One of the jackets, it's a fire jacket. I actually have it because I haven't taken a picture of it yet. It's a throwback little fucking Orlando Magic shit.
Oh, shit.
Starter
Nice.
jacket, large. It's gonna be posted. So if you collect that stuff,
send that shit to Berto. Send that shit to Berto.
Dude,
You might want
so fire.
That shit's fire.
This will be posted today, if not tomorrow.
You have Berto's number,
Size
right?
large. I do.
You got Berto's
I believe
number.
so.
Send it to him. He might want.
Yeah, I'll send it to him after I post it. All right, yo. So I'm excited about next week's episode. There'll be a lot of energy on this podcast with you, with the results from UFC 30. I'm gonna take the week to recover and be better at life. Oh,
Please
I have
do.
a lot
Get
of
right.
I have a couple things happening personally where I got to figure out. I'm getting a new car. My lease is up, so I've been a little stressed
shit.
about that. I got to figure out if I'm keeping the car, buying it out, or getting a new one. So basically, when we record
that
next
was
week,
quick.
yeah,
That was
it's been 39 months.
was fast,
3+ years. Yeah. I love that car, but been a little stressed lately because I have to keep making phone calls, figure out what's better for my situation. So by this time we record, I'll have a brand new car. So, or I'll have either a brand new car or I'll have the same car that I now own. So either way,
Nice.
I'm blessed, and it's rich people problems or first world
right.
problems, as they say. It's
Yeah,
not
first world problems.
not something that's keeping me awake at night. I rather have those issues I got to think about versus
you're not like J. Cole.
yeah. I'm not complaining. Episode 120. Appreciate y'all. We're keeping this going for the next several weeks and months, and then we're gonna take a little break, probably when Fort gets that new job. So shout out you for locking that down, man. Episode 120. Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama. Enter the lab, exit the lab. Peace.